I really feel like this movie should have been called Pride and Prejudice and a few zombies sprinkled in every now and then. Seriously, where are the zombies in this movie? Pride and Prejudice and zombies, I guess. So Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is based on the Jane Austen novel Pride and Prejudice, but it is set in the world of a zombie apocalypse. And in this day and age, we get tons and tons of zombie movies and TV shows. The Walking Dead is one of the biggest TV shows on TV right now. And from them, we know that just because it has zombies in the title, does not mean that the zombies are the forefront of the movie. It's basically more about the people and the characters, and they want you to care about those people. However, this movie fails in that respect. First off, this movie had a very interesting premise, very much like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. But like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, the pacing is slow, it is sloppy, it's just a big, huge mess. First off, I'm going to talk about what I liked about the movie. And the first thing I liked was the cast. Well, some of the cast anyway. First off, Lily James, the main girl in this movie, gives a great performance. I thought she carried the entire movie. I found her character interesting and she was a bit of a badass. This movie also has Charles Dance and Lena Headey, or Headey, however you pronounce her name. I'm probably butchering her name. I'm not good with names, guys. But those two are probably more well known for their roles in Game of Thrones. And that's where I like Charles Dance's character, because his character in this movie is a complete contrast to the one he played in Game of Thrones. He was quite a likeable guy in this movie, however I feel like they could have gone more in depth to his backstory. His character isn't really fleshed out in this movie, he's more there just to have a certain scene to advance the plot really. The same goes for Lena Headey's character. I'm going to call her Lena Headey, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Probably wrong. But she was good in the movie, she gave a good performance. However, she does fall into the same category as Charles Dance. I didn't feel like they investigated her backstory that much. Sure, we get a quick glimpse of what she was like and that she battled against the zombies in a war, but that's all we really hear about her. As for the rest of the cast, they're kind of forgettable really. The movie tries to hone in on this love triangle. Although it's set in a zombie apocalypse, it's focusing on these three characters. And like many movies with love triangles nowadays, it feels very forced and you simply don't care. Just like you don't care about Lily James's sisters in this movie, you really don't give a shit about them. There's even a point in the movie where one of them goes missing. They said her name, I could not remember who she was for the life of me. I really did not know. But by far the best character in this movie was Matt Smith. Sure, he's not enough to save the movie, but he was hilarious in this movie. He generated most of the giggles in this movie for me. Not laugh out loud moments, but I did giggle a few times at the things that he said. He was good in the movie. As for the direction, it seems a bit two-sided. Some of the shots the director decided to do look quite good actually. Primarily the more slow-moving, dialogue-driven scenes. He had quite a few nice shots in there. However, when it came to the action scenes and the zombie fighting scenes, sometimes I couldn't really see what was going on. It was going very quickly. Some of the camera angles kept changing quite quickly, and I didn't really know what was going on. But the thing this movie suffers from the most is the pacing. The writing for this movie is incredibly sloppy and messy, and it's just all over the place. I haven't read the book, but I feel like this is a story that should have just stayed as a book and not being translated to screen, because sometimes it just doesn't work. This movie being proof of that. It's almost as if the guy wanted to recreate Pride and Prejudice, but the studio said you can't do that, you've got to add something else to it. So he just went, alright, I'll throw some zombies in there. There are moments when they're focusing on this love triangle and it's going on for about half an hour, and then a zombie turns up again and you're like, oh yeah, there are zombies in this movie. And like I said before, I know this movie wouldn't necessarily focus on the zombies, it would focus more on the characters. But me, personally, I would have liked to have seen a few more zombies in the movie. Or at least some cool, badass action scenes against the zombies. I feel like this movie would have been more interesting if they didn't know the zombies were around. In this movie, they know the zombies exist, they're prepared, they all have their weapons. I feel like if the zombies had just appeared while they were at a nice little party, or a ball as they call it, then it would have been more interesting. Now, I can see some people enjoying this movie. If you did enjoy Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, then I can see you really enjoying this. I preferred this movie to Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. However, I didn't enjoy it so much that I'd want to watch it again. And for that, I'm going to give Pride and Prejudice and Zombies 2 stars. So, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, have you guys seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, that'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.